We begin some breaking news coming in from Mumbai, and India have been crowned the world champions for the very first time at the ICC Women's ODI World Cup. The women in blue beat South Africa by 52 runs in the final in Navi Mumbai. The match started after a 2-hour rain delay in Navi Mumbai. South Africa won the toss and asked India to bat first under overcast conditions. The women in blue, who had lost to the Proteas in the group stages, made a strong start this time. Shafali Verma dispatched the first ball she faced to the boundary, setting the tone for the innings. The 21-year-old was not part of the original squad and only came in as an injury replacement. Shafali Verma made most of her opportunity and took the attack to the bowlers, allowing Mandana Simriti to settle in. The southpaw also found her rhythm later, but once again to a left-arm spinner on 45. Verma rode her luck and top scored with 87 of 78 balls, giving India a solid platform. However, semi-final star Jemima Rodriguez and skipper Harmanpreet Kaur departed early. Dipti Sharma held one end with a fighting half-century, while Richa Ghosh provided some late fireworks, but India fell short of the 300 mark, managing just 69 runs in the last 10 overs to finish at 298. South Africa needed a record chase to win the final. They hadn't lost a single match while chasing in this edition. Skipper Laura Wolvaardt and Tasmin Brits gave the Proteas a solid start, adding 50 runs for the opening wicket. But Brits was run out for 23, a moment that shifted the momentum India's way. Wolvaardt then built another half-century stand with Sune loose before Shafali turned the game with her part-time spin. She removed loose and veteran Marizan Kapp in quick succession, putting India firmly in control. Wolvaardt kept South Africa in the hunt, and when Anari Duxon launched two huge sixes, the Proteas had hope again. But Dipti Sharma struck back clean, bowling Duxon for 37, with South Africa still needing 90 runs. Wolvaardt, the leading run scorer of the tournament, went on to register her second consecutive ton, but her wicket sealed the result. Amanjot Kaur juggled the catch, held on, and India wrapped up the final. South Africa were all out for 246. Let's talk to my colleague Vidur Kathuria, who's now joining us on the set. Vidur, it's good news for India.
Well, Eric, it's great news for India. It's a landmark moment, not just for Indian cricket, for Indian sport, for women in India. This is an absolutely momentous occasion. India have been crowned world champions for the first time in women's cricket. And what a day it has been for sport in India. What a performance India put up against South Africa. There were multiple times in the match where they were under pressure, but each time India came out on top, and you felt like from the beginning of the match, you felt like this was India's day. It was written in the stars. You know, fate had it that India would be crowned world champions for the first time in Mumbai, which is the seat of Indian cricket, where India already have a world title, which they won in the men's World Cup back in 2011. And now the women who were already household names, but they have now broken the glass ceiling, and it really, literally have created history with the performance, the way they have carried themselves over the course of the tournament. All the people that were there inside the stadium and all the people all over the country have witnessed a real piece of history. We'll be joined shortly by our sports correspondent Atira Sasidharan, who was at the stadium, who was lucky enough to witness, a piece of history for the first time. But talking about the match, Eric, it was just superb the way Shafali Verma, who's undoubtedly the player of the match, and it's important to note that she only came into the team for the tournament for the semi-final due to an injury to Pratika Rawal. And now she has etched her name in history. She scored 87 with the bat and also took crucial wickets. Remember, she's not a bowler, but she was given the ball by Harmanpreet Kaur, the captain. And Shefali Verma really did a fantastic job by dismissing, South Africa's main players, including Sunelu, at a time when South Africa were really getting into the groove. And it seemed like they were on course to chase the target. But the picture on your screens right now just show you the kind of jubilation that is going through the entire country. This is really a landmark moment, a seminal moment for Indian sport and Indian women. This is a fantastic moment, and I'm sure the party will continue for a long time, Eric.
Well, this was a much expected jubilation across India, because this is for the women, like Vidur Kathuria is saying there. But Vidur, the only star of this game is not just Shefali Verma. I'm sure there are other stars who have etched their names in this game, because it's a world champion game, it's a world record, and it's the women did play a superb ball because they spent so many hours until this moment.
Absolutely, Eric. I mean, it was just, this is what India had been waiting for a long time. The moment it was announced that India would host this tournament, we knew that this is what India had been waiting for a long time. This is what the team, they reached the semi-final in 2017, and it has been a long journey since then. And now finally, at a home World Cup, where the pressure of the entire nation was on them, 1.4 billion people wanted India to bring home this trophy. And, we're fortunate to be joined by Athera now, who was lucky enough to be there to witness history. Athera, I can see that smile on your face. Tell me what the atmosphere is like outside the DY Patil Stadium right now.
Vidur, I can't express in words how this feeling is, because there's firecrackers all over and everyone just chanting India's name. That it is so surreal right now. India are the world champions. India have defeated South Africa to claim their maiden World Cup title. And what a night it's been for India, and what a night it's been for Shefali Verma. First, she was not part of the squad, then she was called up as a replacement for Pratika Rawal, and then she goes on to score 87 runs and then take 2 wickets. It was a splendid night for Shefali Verma, and it truly shows that what's meant to be is meant to be. You just have to work hard, things will go your way. So it was a great night for Indian cricket team. It is a great night for Indian cricket team, because I'm sure the party has just started here in Bombay.
Well, absolutely, Athera. As you mentioned, the party is going to go on for a very long time. But you were at the stadium. What sort of atmosphere was there, among the fans? Was there the real belief always that India would go on and win it? Because there were moments in the game where, you felt like the match was going away from India, but they always seemed to pull it back. So were the fans always confident that this victory was always, India would get over the line?
There was no doubt about that. Since the time I've entered the premises of the stadium, that is in the afternoon, till the time I've come out, there was always this belief that India is going to win. And there was no question of ifs and buts. It was just when. The rain played a spoil sport, but everybody was confident that India is going to lift the trophy. They are going to end the World Cup jinx right here in Bombay. And that's what they did. Every ball that was hit, every ball that was bowled, everything was cheered, every fielding, everything was cheered, and the people believe that we are going to win this. This is our World Cup. Nobody can take it from us. I mean, we have to give due credit to the South African team, who were very good. But at the end, it is India who's emerged victorious, and it is India who's going to go down the history books.
Absolutely, Athera. And as you mentioned, there was a real belief among the fans and also among the team that this time India would really go on and win the title. I can just see the visuals where the entire country is going to have an absolute party tonight, and it's because of the women cricket team. For the first time, we have had great sports persons in India, always individual women who have gone on and won Olympic medals, I think. But this is the first time we have a women's team who have been crowned world champions, and the jubilation that is there among the nation is really palpable right now. It's a real overwhelming feeling, I'm sure, for the players, because this also is a real monkey off their back. Remember, this is the first title for Indian women's cricket who have been in the final thrice. So it's real relief for the team also as well, Arthur, isn't it?
It is. This win is an answer to all the critics. By critics, I don't just mean the tournament critics who have been critical of India throughout the tournament, but all the people who had doubted those 11 players, everybody who said that women can't do it. It is an answer to all of them out there, everybody who has worked hard. When Harmanpreet Kaur and others were growing up, they didn't have female cricketers to look up to, but this generation, the coming generation, will have people like Harmanpreet Kaur, Smriti Mandhana and Jemimah Rodrigues to look up to. So it is indeed, this win is historic in every sense, Vidur.